What's going on, guys? I'm Malachi.
I'm Christian.
And this is Cinema Labyrinth.
What's up, everybody? We back.
Back in.
Yes, sir. We told y'all we was stepping up, as you said.
And we're doing it exactly as I said. We're here for you guys.
Of course. And we coming back with Death and the Winemaker by somebody that you all should already know at this point. Our friends over at Alter. Unfortunately, I don't remember the director. Do you?
Nope.
So yet again, it'll go here. But we start out with them kind of setting the scene, and it's an animation film this time around, which is something pretty cool. We never really watched anything like that in the horror side of things, right, per se.
It was nice, man. It was actually animated pretty nice as well.
I will say that. That's one of the first things I complimented on during it, is I was like, hey, this thing's drawn beautifully. We start out with a daughter with her mother. I would assume her mother. We don't. It's got to be.
Her mother?
Laying in the bed with the plague doctor sitting there and talking about to save her. And the plague doctor's like, I've done all I can.
Your mom's cooked. She's cooked.
Chefing it up. She ain't making it. And pretty much the plague doctor says, yeah, I've done all I can.
It is what it is. The little girl's crying. Why does death have to come for all of us? It's all this guy's fault. Plague doctor knows a little more about that story.
He does. And he starts telling it, and that's where you jump in, I guess. The meat of the movie, per se, is when the plague doctor starts telling the story of the winemaker. Huh?
You like the meat?
I like my steak. I like my steak medium well. You ever had a beef Wellington?
I haven't. I want one though.
What was this? A dummy sandwich, or what was it?
What are you? An idiot sandwich.
But we get into the man playing some Minecraft off the rip. That's how it jumps into it, and I like that you pointed that out, that he was playing Minecraft.
He was, bro. He was kind of snapping too. He had that nice fresh plot of land that he was culling up.
Was that a diamond pick?
I don't think so.
It wasn't a diamond.
Stone at best.
Stone at best. I was always the gold pickaxe guy.
Pickaxe, that shit breaking like 5 hits, bro.
Not if you enchant it.
Oh my gosh, bro. If you want to use diamond, bro, it's like 0.25 faster, bro. You gotta get all these.
Correct. Yes, you nailed it. It's not much faster.
You gotta get mending on all your shit, bro.
Mending's crucial. That is crucial. But he tilling the land, planting some seeds, as you do.
Did you plant your seed?
I planted my seed in the world. Okay. And let me tell you how. By being born.
Wouldn't that be your mother's seed?
Nah, bro. I'm my own seed.
Man, I'm more like a daisy. I'm delicate.
He planted his seeds, and then a rainstorm comes, and the seeds bloom, and you realize it's grapes.
Brings a whole new meaning to winemaker, huh? No, but clearly he has all these grapes for his vineyard. He starts chefing it up, but before we get there, bro, he gets all his grapes. Yep. And then Shorty comes over from across the way.
Just out of nowhere, out of the fucking woods. Yeah.
She snuck out that bitch. First of all, she lives in the most fucking evil, demonic looking castle, bro. Like, it's the what's the one dude from He-Man? The skull guy?
Skeletor.
Yeah, bro. It looks like Skeletor's castle, bro. It got the fucking lightning in the background and everything. I'm like, what the fuck?
And as she come up, they give a little smooch.
The Rizzle. Sir Rizzington.
The Rizzler. That's the big thing. But then that weird-ass fucking king, that's her dad, calls her back to the castle real quick after they get the little smooch. And then we transition to the man cooking it up.
Yeah, that's when he starts chefing.
He does. He pushing it with his hands. That's what I think is crazy. We really have gotten away from the art of winemaking, if you think about it. Like, before, it was all you had to do is find
about to go real deep into the art of winemaking.
It was always done by hand. There was more care, there was more love put into the craft. Now, it's all done by machines. There's no love, there's no tender love and care that goes into that. And then he goes to Skeletor's castle. That's what I'm going to reference that as. It's too spot on for you not. But goes to Skeletor's castle and tells the king he wants to take his daughter's hand in marriage because he makes the best wine.
Je suis ici pour vous demander la main de votre fille, Mathilde.
That was his leverage there. I make the best wine.
So I should be able to fuck your daughter.
Over a bottle of Chardonnay.
The king is nasty, by the way, bro.
I think it's clean. Dr. Doofenshmirtz head. No, Egghead from Sonic, bro. Dr. Egghead.
It does look like Dr. Egghead, bro. Dr. Egghead and Bling Bling Boy if they had a kid, bro.
Oh, Bling Bling Boy was a menace.
I love Bling Bling Boy. Eugene?
But he pretty much tells the king that he makes the best wine. The king go ahead and laughs in his face. But then he pops the barrel and the king get a little whiff. He said it best. A little whiff, and you know right there the king don't want to admit that it's the best wine, just off scent alone.
Bro, that man smelled it and got sent to another universe, bro. Started seeing like 4 different people, bro. Bro was tripping it. Bro was tripping, bro. And he was still hating.
For no reason. You ain't have to hate at that point. If something make you do that, you good, bro.
Right, bro.
You good.
And he says, look, this is some good wine, but it's not fair enough for me to judge it. You need to bring it to the Pope.
Just out there at the Pope.
He said you needed somebody unbiased, so go find the Pope. Okay.
And bro, without hesitation, is like, all right, I'll leave for Rome tomorrow. Like, all right, you just up and leave it. That's cool. You got it, G.
That's normal activities for him, bro.
Really
it's
is.
Like the 4th time this week.
That's just in his daily schedule now.
Right, bro.
And he started his trek, and he comes to the only obstacle, a busted bridge. And bro actually contemplated about making that jump.
I feel like he could have made it, but
it's a hefty gap.
Pope said nah, bro. Pope literally took lightning straight out the sky.
Smited that man.
And struck the rock he was standing on.
Come back to you. Sing with me. Sing for the year. Sing for the laughter. Sing for the tears.
First of all, why is lightning striking a rock?
That's true.
Well,
I really appreciate you breaking down the geographical features and the way the weather works. That's a real weatherman right there. He falls down, does some Assassin's Creed type shit, as you pointed out, falls right into the back of a carriage with some hay in it.
Thought he died, but he was good. He was safe.
I guess because he had a slight encounter with death actually shows up.
Well, Death says that she was there to taste the wine. It's the only reason that she pulled up on him.
Just out of nowhere, she's there to taste the wine. And he's like, let me see your real power. I don't believe you're actually Death. And she makes herself gigantic. And then he's like, okay.
What do you think her taint was?
And he's like, okay, I don't believe that, I need more. And then she turns into a scorpion. And bro just pops the little cap. Says, go right in.
It's like, I believe
Go
you.
explore my taint.
For some reason, bro, she goes to drink it. Still in the scorpion form. Instead
Yeah.
of turning back into a human, she just crawls into the fucking barrel. Like, I don't know what the plan was. Like,
And he hits seals it up real quick.
puts the lid back on. Whoa, no more death. That's all it took. Get her in a barrel. She's cooked. Can't do anything. She can grow to 50 feet tall, but can't get out the barrel.
But he does that, and then he heads to Rome, meets with the Pope. What was that, Pope Pius?
I don't know who the I don't know, bro. Why do you know the other popes, bro?
I only know Pope Pius, bro. And the Pope tastes it and says, oh, magnifique! And drops the glass and declares that it's the best wine.
Don't buy it, bussin'. How much again? How much is a cup?
Shit was bussin'.
Bussin'?
Indeed.
He's happy, he's successful, and then bro heads back. Just like that, the journey was over. And then we actually see the man gets what he wants. The Pope is like, I need you to make more wine, so they build up his little shack that he had in the beginning. Like you're leveling up in Minecraft, he's expanding his house.
Bro, they built that man his own castle and put a
Essentially.
statue of his face on the front of it.
Right, real big outside.
Bro, that man built an empire off that.
Off one journey. But that's all it takes is one journey.
The second he got that castle, King was like, yeah, you can fuck my daughter now. Start popping out babies fast as hell.
They do. They did.
One after the other, man.
They went for. I think there though, the thing that I think is cool about that, and one thing I want to touch on is the way they actually like shot it. I think it was sick the way they made it come through frames. You know what I mean? It was a picture frame, then another picture frame, then another picture frame, and then we get to where they're old at this point, because then the woman goes from not looking like a woman, looks like a straight man, old head ass.
Well, to be fair, bro, in the beginning, the man, the main character, the wine character, looked like a woman, so.
And the wife talks about, I just want to die at this point. I'm too old. I've lost the will to live. I don't want to live anymore, because she in her bed, looking like a whole witch head ass.
His old ass was like, babe, get out of bed. Let's do something. She was like, no, bro. I'm tired. I don't even want to be alive no more, for real. She's ugly now, bruh. Her best days are far, far behind her.
And she kind of spitting facts when it happens, though. She is spitting.
And he's like, shit. Well, she don't even want to live with me no more, bruh. We might as well bring death back. So he goes back down, digs up the barrel, pops it open.
And that barrel started acting a fool. Started glowing as shit. He does that, and then Death reappears and tells him, look what you've done. I have so much work I need to do. And then she just goes on a killing spree. Straight comes up through the floor, kills his wife, just sucks her soul out of her.
And destroys his whole castle. Now, I just want to point out,
Yeah.
she is strong enough to destroy an entire castle, but not a fucking wooden barrel for like 50 years. I just don't understand it.
That's a great point out. I can't even fault you for that. That's a great point out on that one.
But she pretty much goes, throughout the town and the villages, and she's just killing everybody because everybody got old.
Yeah.
Because nobody was dying. They say that's the story of their plague. That's why the plague happened. It was death
people
being locked up for like 50 years, and people were living too long, and so they were divinely punished.
And then we transition back to him with the girl. He walks out, takes off his plague doctor mask, which is a cool design. I love that. I love when plague doctor. I just think it's a sick thing.
You like the nose, like Dr. Doofenshmirtz?
Hell yeah, bro. Do you know why they had that long nose? Do you know the reason why?
It was for like smelling flour. They would put flowers at the end of it. Yes, sir.
Gas. Let's fucking go. That's your history fact of the day.
Ooh.
But he takes off his mask, turns around to the little girl in the window, and the girl realizes that the winemaker is him. And he says, I have to live with the curse. Like, that's what he says. The winemaker had to live with the curse, and it's his curse.
See, he didn't die. Death didn't
Right.
kill him. She left him. His curse is just.
But I have something to say about that. Once we get to the actual, I guess we're kind of at that point, the overall message, because then at that point the film ends. I think there's a lot to unpack on this one when it comes to the actual meaning, because I kind of had to, I landed on one. Do you mind if I share my piece?
Yeah, go ahead.
The first part is I was thinking, for all the fame and everything like that, how far are you willing to go to cheat death was my first interpretation. But then when they brought it around to the end, I thought to myself, I was like, in that scene where everybody's dead, where death took its toll, what if he's death? Now he is death. He's trying to cure these people, but what if he is actually death? He's the reincarnation of death. Like that.
So?
Because he's the only one that was left. No sickness, no nothing. He essentially almost made a deal with death.
Yeah.
By letting her try his wine. Was like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but by the end of it, he was trying to fight against it though, by being a doctor. That's why he was.
But he couldn't. He tried.
But does that make him death?
Because the only reason that I say that is because I felt like at the end, yes, he was trying to fight it, but when he says it's a curse that you have to live with, when he steps out and he sees all the bodies all over the place, the crosses on the doors, it's like, there's nothing I can do. Maybe I actually am death. The overall message is that you can't cheat death.
I can see that, yeah.
You know what I
You
mean?
can't cheat death.
There's nothing you can do to cheat death.
But then he technically cheated death.
But he's death now. He didn't really cheat it. Now he has to live with the pain of knowing everywhere he goes, people are gonna die. No matter how hard he tries to save them, he can't save them. And that's him struggling internally with himself between life and death. And he can't live with it. He can't grasp it anymore.
That's not what I got from it. I was just more on this is like
That was my piece.
What he has to live with now, because everybody around him he has to watch die. Like, he won't have anybody else that he can really stay close to no matter what. He locked death up for 50 years and he has to be punished for it. And so now
I could see that too, the punishment aspect of like this is, that's a good one too. I feel like obviously when we do these there's really no definitive answer. Right. It's everybody up for interpret. I really like that though. That's a really actually good way of putting that. I mean, I think on that note, do you have any other final notes to add in there before we get into the overall rating of it? Anything else you want to add?
No, I think this one's just vague enough to where you could grab different meanings from it, but it's not like so deep to where you go into like super long conversations about it, you know?
I do want to say one thing. I think the character of Death was sick.
Yeah.
I love the interpretation of Death when it's a woman. I think that's unique.
But it's like gender neutral with the body parts, and she's still creepy as all hell.
Right. I think that is done so well because most of it you're going to get the Grim Reaper, or most of the times if it's a physical embodiment or somebody takes human form, it's a man. Typically, I think that's really sick, that it really is like a non-neutral, like you don't know, could just be a dude with really long hair.
And another thing, like before we even go into the ratings, like we didn't even mention it yet, but the entire film is like French.
That is true. Yeah, I forgot about that.
It's all in
yeah.
French. The character designs are French. I'm sure the lore is French, you know, like French stories and stuff like that.
It's sick. It was beautiful.
It was.
I think.
I agree.
So what you rating on the storytelling aspect? I mean,
the storytelling, bro, pretty damn good, bro.
I was about to say I would second that. I was gonna say a 9 or honestly a top out of 10. Like, it was a great story, so we'll go with a 9 on that. Not much to say. It's told beautifully. I mean, you heard the conversation me and him just had. That's a lot to unpack for a relatively short film. So overall 9.
Overall 9. Go into the technical aspect.
I don't know anything about how they animated that. I'm lost.
All I know is that it looked good as fuck. Again, like it was nice to look at. It wasn't ugly. It wasn't choppy. Like, it was actual fluid animation. The voice acting was done well.
I think it was sick to get away from something we normally do with like human beings. You know what I mean? Like the animation aspect. I thought was cool. And I think one thing that you see a struggle with animation that they did really well is the mouth actually lined up. Like, I feel like for something like that, it would be very easy to do a voiceover and maybe here and there have the mouth not move for like a sentence or two, but they kept it going the whole time.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, it's a lot of details.
So what do you want to put that at? Do we do another 9?
Yeah.
Gore, we're just going to keep off the ratings because there's nothing there.
So we taking gore off the rating?
We're not, because of the last scene.
I was going to say there was bodies piled up, bro.
Just that last scene. I don't think the skeletons really count, of the soul being sucked out. I don't think that really counts, but that last scene with the bodies is probably as far as it's going to go, and I'm putting it at like a 2.
I might put it a little higher than a 2. Maybe like a 4. There's only so much gory stuff you can do with like a kid's animation style, you know what I mean?
Was it a kid's animation though?
I mean, the style of it, I feel like kind of was.
Reminded me a little bit of Tim Burton.
Yeah, right.
I'll go with you. We'll go with 4.
Oh yeah, I like 4. There definitely wasn't a lot though. It wasn't like you're not watching this for the gore aspect. You know what I mean?
Watching it for the story. So I mean, with that, gore, went over the technical aspect, went over storytelling. So overall, 2 9s and a 4. I don't know how we make the judgment on that.
Right, bro. Like, I mean, if we're being even, like, it'd probably be like a 7. But like, I feel like it deserves at least an 8, bro.
Let's go with an 8. I'm with it. That's pretty much it. Y'all should go check it out. It's amazing.
It's very much recommended.
Hell
Also
yeah.
came through with another one.
Hell yeah.
Banger.
They've been on point with us recently. I can't even lie. But on that note, I guess we'll see y'all for the next one. We going to keep them coming at you.
Deuces.
Later.